Hello and welcome to the Rainer and Ryan podcast, hosted by Chris Rainer and Ryan Cruz. And today we'll be talking about the coronavirus and how it's affecting our lives. Joining us today, we have two very special guests. Who wants to introduce himself first?
I will. Hello, my name is Jay Money, and I'm from the Kewanee, Illinois town
You want
place.
Illinois?
Yeah, and I'm using my free call right now.
All right, and our other guest.
My name is Cash Money Fulton. I live in Bloomington, Illinois, and my favorite food is a chicken sandwich.
All right, thank you for that, Caden and Spencer.
Hey,
All right.
Cash.
Can you guys describe to us how coronavirus has affected your state?
Okay, so currently Illinois is under lockdown because their governor's like, yo, you can't go outside. So we just kind of have to, we're under quarantine right now. So we really just can't do much.
Now, how strict is this? And are you following?
It seems like the governor basically said, he's like, you guys can pretty much do whatever. There's like no strict guidelines. He just told you to stay inside. So
Now,
it's not really enforced.
So, Jay Money, have you been exiting your house for any reason?
No, I'm actually on house arrest.
Okay.
Thanks for that, G Money. So Ryan, how's quarantine been affecting you and your life?
It's been affecting my family a lot,
Family?
and I haven't been able to go out other places.
How has it been affecting your family?
Oh, how's it been
Elaborate
affecting
on
my
that.
family?
Yeah.
Well, they haven't gone anywhere at all.
Well,
We've
they
just
go
been
to your
stuck
house.
here. Oh, yeah, they do go to my
Yeah.
home, which
They
is very
do?
interesting.
Interesting.
So I lock them away from me.
You lock them away from you.
Yeah, I don't have any contact with them. We talk via Zoom. So
You assume, that's pretty sweet, actually. You have
Yeah.
to like smell them, because I heard your
What about
family's pretty
you?
smelly.
Oh.
Me, so basically what I've done is I've played a lot of games. It's kind of sad.
Oh, so you're a
Like, me
gamer.
I am. I would like to say that I'm a gamer.
Now, would you say that you're wearing a gaming headset right now as we speak?
This instant, as I speak, unconfirmed.
Okay, that is interesting.
But no, I've spent a lot of time just playing games and like chillaxing, which like the first couple days it was like pretty sweet, but it's actually driving me insane.
Okay.
I've resorted to drastic measures like talking to my family,
Oh,
which is
Jesus
kind of
Christ.
insane. Yeah. There's, I realize there's a reason I don't talk to them all that much.
Okay, so we have some questions for you, Cash Money Fulton and J Money. When do you remember first hearing about the coronavirus? When did you realize it was serious news that you could not ignore?
And have you realized it's serious news yet?
Okay, so I heard about it first, like start of January, because people are like, "Oh, we're already gonna die," and people really didn't think much of it. We're like, "Oh, it's just another flu. Like pretty much gonna be fine." There's really like no like they're like, "Oh, it only affects old people. Everyone's gonna be fine." But then like as soon as like states started shutting down, I'm like, "Oh, okay," and then everything got canceled. Like all my sports stuff got canceled. We're out of school. And we just can't pretty much everywhere's canceled. That's not like drive through or essential.
Hmm.
So
That's when I
you're a student athlete?
I am a student athlete.
So how is this quarantine affecting your grind? Are you still lifting and getting big? Or are you getting small and weak?
It really hasn't affected my grind very much. It's actually made me more productive.
Really?
Like, because I've been going
in what
outside
ways?
running. Okay,
Oh.
so before I basically hated like running. I'd rather just like lift.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's forcing me to like go explore the great outdoors.
So ignoring the order that's locked down, basically. That's what I mean. You're breaking the law.
I do it at night, so I don't like encounter anyone.
That's actually
I run at like 7:30, so that
the virus has evolved to be airborne.
Also, the virus
is more
it's proven. I'm more scared of actually true threats. Sorry.
I think your prison internet is not that great.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. So J Money, how did when did you first hear about the virus?
My parole officer.
Your parole officer.
Yeah.
And what did you think?
I didn't think much of it because I'm pretty much invincible.
Okay.
Okay. What about others around you, J Money? Do you have anyone that you care about that could get the virus?
No, I'm heartless. I only care about the sack.
I heard you killed most of your family during a mental rampage.
Oh, no, that's actually alleged attempted.
Oh yeah, attempted. Sorry for legal
Yeah.
reasons.
Attempted.
Yeah.
For
Attempted.
legal reasons, that's a joke.
Allegedly. So Ryan, when did you first hear about this COVID-19 stuff?
I think about the same time as everyone else, like December, January, sort of thing.
December, January. Well, pick one.
January, I think January, I'd say.
Okay. What day in January would you say?
January 21st.
Why that day?
Because I don't know. I was surfacing the news and
Surfacing the news? What does that
yeah.
mean?
I meant the web. Surfing the web. That's what I meant.
Are you okay, Ryan? Do you need to step out?
No, this coronavirus is actually making me crazy and stupid.
Oh,
Not that
well, I
I
mean,
can't say that I've been
alle-
stupid.
allegedly, I heard from an outside source that you were stupid beforehand. So can you validate this?
Actually, that is not true.
Oh,
Yeah, I go to Del Norte High School. It's top tier.
okay.
So.
J Money, were you laughing?
Yeah, I think Kiwani High School is way better.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Thank you for the input, J Money. Okay, so now it's someone asked me now. So I get
When
to
did
talk
you
now.
first hear about the coronavirus and like what? Is it?
You said January 21st, right?
Yeah.
January 20th.
Okay.
Time.
Okay.
To be.
And what? Okay. Just keep talking.
I honestly, I didn't think it was a threat at first. Quite honestly, I was like, oh, this is like a Chinese thing. They get to deal with it. You know, if bad things happen, it's gonna happen to them. Because like, this is gonna sound terrible, but it's like, you know, it's like it's them, not us. This is the whole thing. And then I started realizing it was a threat when all the people were trying to escape China, and then they came on the plane to California. I was like, oh dang, it's gonna happen here.
I'm sorry, I had to disconnect because I got an Amber Alert.
Cases.
Who was missing in your area?
Why'd you say it like that?
I didn't check because I don't really. It's none of my business. They shouldn't be out anyways. It's their fault.
Yeah, I don't think it was their choice to be out. Anyway.
Well, it seems like it.
So what's the next question? So what kind of preparations did you and your family do when they first heard about it, and when they start doing the preparations?
Okay, so when we first heard of like what's going on, we immediately went to Walmart and we took all the toilet paper because apparently we took all of it. We just rampaged through the city.
Now is this factual, or did you not take all the toilet paper? We're trying to get I'm trying to get the truth, right? We're truth sleuths here.
The truth.
Unlike CNN, who does not tell the truth and has never told
bad drawings.
Okay, my drawing was superb on CNN. All right.
Okay, so my family actually is in preparation. We're getting a dog. I don't know how
getting
that's helping with the virus. We're getting a dog.
I've heard dogs are corona-proof.
So we're getting like 50 of them. We're just gonna wrap them around ourselves.
Okay, I think you're only getting one. And what is this dog's name? Could you say?
I cannot say it because you told us to be PG. That's what I want to name it. The dog currently does not have a name.
Dog is nameless.
It starts with the C, has a U in the middle, and ends with some other letter I'm not gonna say.
Okay.
Oh. That's it. Okay, so J Money, what preparations did you make?
I may have gotten some free toilet paper.
Free toilet paper? How much toilet paper would you say you got? And why did you get toilet paper? Let's hear it.
About 3.
About 3? Like 3 sheets? 3 rolls?
Probably 3 rolls.
Okay. J Money, what did you draw on the paper that we're reading our questions?
That's my name.
That's your. Oh, that's your. Okay. Thank you. I was having some trouble with the spelling.
Oh, hold on, I messed up.
Okay. Thank you for. Okay, so Ryan, what did you and your family do in
Um,
preparation when they first heard about it, and when they started preparing?
my family kind of didn't do much.
What? Elaborate.
Like my mom also, as you did, didn't really realize that it was a threat
Why are you
early
saying as
on.
I did?
Well,
Excuse
because you
me.
said that.
Excuse me.
You said that.
You
You
want to
literally.
rephrase your? I'm just kidding. Continue.
Okay. Um.
Sorry.
So yeah, we didn't really get much. But we had a sizable amount of toilet paper, which was good. That has lasted us this whole time.
The whole
And
time. Now, Ryan, do you use a lot of toilet paper?
no, I actually don't have to use the bathroom that much.
So you don't wipe?
No, I didn't say that.
Okay, because I do. I think it's an
Yeah.
important part of why. Wow, So,
I
so
mean,
you
you don't
are you guys like
shave, but
solid now, or do you guys
wipe. What's wrong
are
with
you
that?
guys like stockpiled on food?
Yeah, we are actually.
Um, and were you beforehand, or did you like? Tell me your schedule. How many times have you been to Walmart since we've canceled school?
About twice.
How many times has your family gone?
Twice.
Twice.
This has been
Ryan, I
food.
have a question. How many
Yeah.
times
Now,
do
are
you use
you
the
like is
bathroom?
your
Wait,
oh yeah
Caden was talking. J Money was talking. What'd you say, J Money?
I said,
I,
how many times do you say you use the bathroom every day?
Like in total or just for pooping?
I'm probably going number 2.
Okay, I'd say about like once or twice, maybe.
a day?
That's pretty healthy.
Yeah.
I got another question for you.
What?
Do it great. Sorry, Kim. I thought of something really funny, and then I can't say it because like I'll start laughing. So please
Yeah.
go on with the podcast.
Okay.
I was
Can
gonna
we
ask, do a grab. Do this.
just
Sorry.
grab? Oh, like how much toilet paper did he grip from the stores? Is what you're trying to say? Now, would you describe your mother as a hoarder? Would anyone describe their family as trying to like hoard that they're talking about in the media?
No.
No.
Yeah, no.
No.
Okay, now it's my turn. My answer is yes.
Oh, really? What?
Yeah,
Elaborate
I'm
on
not
that.
hoard. So
You're
What
so
do you say about
selfish.
your mother?
basically, so we started like kind of preparing like the first day, like basically the Wednesday that we got out of school.
Yeah.
Is when they're like first coronavirus case in New Mexico, and that was kind of I feel like there was some screws hanging loose, right? And
Yeah.
I feel like that's when the screws fell out. And like
Mm.
that day, no, I think usually that day or days beforehand, she had completely filled up the fridge and the freezer. It was insane. I have never seen that much food in the freezer in my life.
Mm. So would
And
you? Never
been
mind.
we've been very locked down.
Mhm.
Um, I actually have not like been further than a couple steps from my driveway since this whole thing happened. So that's a lie. I did go out once, but I. So okay, so the rule is, if you go outside, if you go out in public, you come back in, either you're gonna get sprayed down with Lysol, or you gotta strip naked and go take a shower. So I chose the latter option.
Yes.
Yes.
Chris, would you say you're getting abused at home, or like
I
where's
would
this
not.
going?
I would not say that. I would just say that she's over the because we do have my grandpa's elderly, and
Mhm.
so he's at
Yeah,
risk,
of
and
course.
we've got like a line of lung issues that runs in our family. Not me, of course. I'm a perfect human being, but like everyone else,
Oh yeah, of course.
gotta watch
Mhm.
out for him. So yeah, I think we've been to my mom's gone to the store about the same amount of times. I think twice. She's got a lot of stuff each of those times. All
What
right,
stuff do
and
you have in your fridge right now? Is it like
what stuff do I have?
jars or like not jar like
Um,
canned food and like or like what?
we have some canned food. We actually surprisingly have not gotten through a lot of our canned food. I don't think. Because I feel like that stuff's more for like if we can't go to the stores, but like we just mostly eating stuff like in the freezer. So she bought we just like frozen a lot of things. Like she bought these like meat patties, and they're like not as good as like the ground beef you would get from the stores. They're all right, but it's like you can freeze them, and so we've just been doing random stuff with that. Had spaghetti a lot. I'm trying to think what else have I eaten. A lot of Hot Pockets too. J Money, what are you eating in penitentiary or Kiwani or wherever you are?
We actually eat pretty good. I make this thing called lasagna.
Lasagna. I haven't heard of that. Can you elaborate?
Okay, and the penitentiary, what we do is we get ramen noodles, Doritos, some ketchup, and some mayonnaise.
Okay, how does this turn into lasagna? Or are you gonna get there?
It's
Oh, I
prison
know this
lasagna, right?
This is called the prison burrito, actually.
Who's in the penitentiary?
I don't think anyone's in the penitentiary, quite honestly.
It's like a walking taco. You put all those in there and you
Now,
crush
can
them
you
up.
explain what a walking taco is for people who don't live in the Midwest and don't know what a walking taco is?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That is a Midwest thing.
It is.
This
Person's
It
too
is.
is taco pizza also a Midwest
Taco
thing?
pizza is also a Midwest thing.
That is very weird.
Okay. So
It is
a
quite
walking taco. So the walking taco, you take like Doritos, like the little tiny bags, and you take ground beef, like a scoop of it. You put it in the Doritos. You put your lettuce, tomato, and you just crush the chips up in there, and you shake it around.
So this is in the chip bag, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I
You
knew that. I was
get-
just asking for the
You get a
audience.
fork, and you eat it out of the bag.
And so this is lasagna in penitentiary, or how does that work?
No, that's a walking taco.
Okay, so
I explained.
you
Did you
don't
not?
make lasagna.
No,
Okay, so how come you said anyway? So
I
you're
don't
gonna
make
be walking tacos during the oh, the meeting doesn't have a time limit anymore, so we
Yeah,
can keep
I
going
just
for
got
as long
some
as
amazing news. We don't have a time limit.
we don't have a time limit anymore. So this can go the entire night.
It could.
I'm
We will
sorry,
not
Miss Cox.
let it do that.
All right. So do you know anyone that seems to be taking the shutdown or social distancing thing in place? Wait, let me read that again. I'm kind of dyslexic.
Idiot.
Thank you for drawing that. Whoever did that. So do you know anyone that seems to be taking the shutdown / social distancing / shelter in place to extremes that you think are unnecessary?
Honestly,
is
no.
anyone-
I feel like it's really hard to take this to like an extreme because it's an extreme situation. So it calls for an extreme
Yeah,
other. So
of
yeah,
course.
that's my answer. Now taking it like I'm gonna die. Like pretty much every celebrity I've seen on Twitter has been complaining about like
Oh,
staying
of
in their
course.
$1 million house, which is really annoying.
Oh
They're
yeah, for
completely
sure.
fine.
Which celebrities have you seen do this?
Oh yes.
I don't have I don't really have a specific one because I
I
don't
have
really
one.
know who they are.
Ellen DeGeneres, who
I thought Ellen might have.
Did you hear
Ellen-
about Ellen backlash?
Ellen has there been Ellen backlash?
Yes, I've heard that there's her
It
staff.
can't be.
say
She's
you-
gay.
Her
She's gay.
oh,
There
what?
can't be backlash.
No,
They are a
her,
marginalized group, Spencer. That is a very good thing for pointing out.
her staff is actually revolting against her and saying,
Revolting?
What? Are you serious?
well,
In what ways?
they've been stating that she is not the happy person we all know.
Really?
I mean,
Yes.
it makes sense that she wouldn't be happy though, because we're kind of in a shutdown and can't leave our house.
No, like out of like all the time.
I see what you mean, Ryan. I'm seeing.
Yes.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah.
So would you say you hate Ellen DeGeneres?
Yes.
Yes.
I like Ellen. She dances.
Next
fun.
question.
She does
I mean,
dance.
She's all right.
Yeah, that's fine. She's not the worst celebrity in the world.
Yeah, I mean, if there's such a good thing
Demi
as
Lovato does exist.
why do you dislike Demi Lovato? What has
No
she done to you
comment.
personally?
Let's move on to the next question.
Next question. All right. Yeah, Ryan, you can read the next question off. Actually, we only asked Spencer that question. Ryan, do you know anyone who's taking the measures too extreme?
Based off of your description, I'd say your mom has started to, but I feel like it is necessary measures to some extent.
That's fair. That's fair. Based off of your description, mind your own business. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding right off of you.
Okay. Let me ask the next
All right.
question.
All right. Ask the next question.
How are you feeling about this COVID-19 pandemic situation?
Now, what about the situation? Like the response, like the actual situation. We can cover both of them.
Let's go with like the panic. Like how much people are dying? How much cases are? Wait, no.
Okay,
Actually, how do you feel
We-
about China having 0 new cases?
Yeah, I was gonna say we really can't determine that because China's been falsifying all their
China be
records.
lying. So like the thing you have to look at that, or the thing you have to look at when you're looking at the Chinese statistics is that China has a record for lying.
Hmm.
You know, China's never
why
been
would you say
framed for
this?
lying.
Prove it.
Why would I say this? Well, this is going to sound kind of like cliche, it's something that everyone says, but it's a valid point. It's the Tiananmen Square thing. So how they've pretty much censored that from their society. So that it's a very like good example of just the Chinese lying about everything that happened, all the goings on there. And so, part of no, all of me wants to say that they are definitely lying about them having no new cases. Does anyone want to add on to that? Agree, disagree?
I definitely agree with you, but I feel like you're being unnecessarily like mean to the Chinese people. Like they're doing their best. They're going through a hard time right now.
J Money is
What?
gonna take a bathroom break real fast.
All right, Jamie, please mute yourself.
I can mute J Money just in case.
Okay, please mute J Money. Thank you for the warning.
Okay. And yeah, they also lied about the virus when it first began in the country. So.
They did do that. They are good for doing that. Or they are bad about it.
How do you feel about the money that is being released to taxpayers?
The J Money?
And do you feel like Canada
The
is
money?
doing a better job at handling this
Canada?
situation?
I actually have not heard a lot about what Canada is doing. Now, what
I've
is Canada
heard
doing?
that they're giving $1,400 to people.
$1,400.
Is that in Canadian dollars
which is
or
200?
like
No,
the
that's
good
the
money?
US. That's the US dollars.
Okay, it's using like the
converted.
actual money,
So
not
it's
paper money.
worthless.
Um,
Worthless money.
No, it's converted to US dollars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And they're giving it out multiple times, not just once.
Multiple times.
Don't take me 100% on this, but it's like I think it's either 4 or 5 times they'll be giving.
4 to 5 times. I think I've heard it's like 4 times.
Okay.
I think I've heard it's like 2,000. I think it's 2,000 Canadian dollars or 2,000 American dollars, something like that. 4 times, or like each month, and I think that's a good response. I think.
Yeah.
But for like the American response, it can definitely be better because, okay, I'm not one to support socialism or the communism thing, right? I'm no Bernie Sanders supporter, but in like times like these, I feel like the unorthodox is like what we need because so many people are going to be out of like jobs. Like even I think today I heard off the news. My grandpa watches the news all the time. I just heard it when I woke up that like the unemployment rate has like doubled since like last week or the last 2 weeks, something like that.
Has
And I think it's
that
totally
affected your family at all?
yeah, because we're just kind of chilling here now. Like it's like well, my grandpa obviously he's old, but like he did do some contracting side jobs.
Yeah.
Now he is not doing that because my mother is not letting him out of the house. Although he wants to. He wants to leave. Believe me, he wants to be free.
Is it because
We're not.
he doesn't want to be doing nothing, or is it because he needs money to support the
No,
family?
he's just irritating. He
Oh,
just wants to go. He wants to run around.
okay.
He tries to leave every time he gets though.
Are you saying you're
Yeah,
keeping your grandpa hostage in this situation?
I would say that, yes. Against his will, one would say.
What do you think is better, for him to be free and live his life, or for him to stay inside and like not enjoy it? Can you
Well, I
please
mean, like,
answer this with
it's not
sincerity?
like it's not like he did stuff beforehand,
So,
right? It's like just chilling. And the whole thing about the social distancing stuff is like we all got to do it, so it just gets
Mm-hmm.
done and over quicker.
Yeah, of course.
Because I saw a report today. It was really funny. It wasn't funny. It was sad, but it was also it was ironic. I want to say. So it was a bunch of like 44 Texas partiers who went to Florida. They all got the coronavirus, and these were like the same group of people who are like, I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
how do you
It's like
feel about some churches not closing down their gatherings
some churches? Ooh,
across the state?
well, you know what? I feel like they should shut down too. If everyone else has to, they should shut down.
Agreed.
Right?
Is it?
And it's not. Oh, go ahead.
So,
Cash
I was
Fulton.
gonna say, is it just like Christian churches, or is it like every church that's just kind of like staying up, or is it like a specific like
It's a
kind?
specific few. It's not like a whole
Oh yeah,
religion based type of
because
thing.
our Bloomington friend Trey, he had
Mhm.
online church, right?
Yeah.
They're doing that.
Mhm.
So it's like
And
there's an
he
alternative
had
to
it,
it.
but he didn't go to it, or he
Well,
didn't like he
it
he woke
existed.
up late.
It
did
existed.
exist.
Yeah.
So it's not like these people are being like deprived of God. And of course, religion is an important part to many people's lives, and it's not fair to deprive them of that. But this is like, this is like a special circumstance, I would say, in which that you can stay home and find other ways to practice your faith.
Yeah. There was this one.
Isn't your dad a Jehovah's Witness, Ryan?
Yes, my dad is a Jehovah's Witness, and they have
And
been.
has he been staying home?
Yes, they
They
understand
cancel.
that this is something that they cannot be coming together for. But they have done alternatives, like Spencer has said, online classes and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Or usually they just have a phone number you can call, or you call it and it's a guy going through the meetings and you can just follow along.
Can you call God on this phone?
Is this the,
No, you
I was
cannot
just-
call. You cannot call God on this phone.
I was just-
Ryan,
I'm
is
just
this-
asking
we are
for
only
am I gonna
Jehovah's
get a
Witnesses, not Jehovah Callers, so it doesn't really
Okay.
make sense.
Ryan, a few questions on that. So is your dad going to be randomly texting people like in the middle of the day? Is that like a thing, or is this
Oh, are
like a
you
telemark?
saying
Is this
like
like
when they go and knock on doors, right?
yeah? Is it like a new
You're
thing of that?
making
Like,
fun
are
of
they?
Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yes, I am.
You're making fun of people practicing their religion.
No, actually, they will not be doing that of any sort.
Okay, that's good.
And actually,
That would-
when they do come to your door, you can politely say, "I do not want to be a part of this." And yes, they will come back a year or two later because they believe that other like things can change over time. But again, you can just
As
still
they
say
can.
no. And
Mhm.
yeah,
All right, so this isn't a question, but I want to hear what everyone has to think about online classes. How they in New Mexico, ours don't start till April 13th, but we have been doing
Mhm.
some online stuff still. But Spencer
Mhm.
or Cash Fulton,
There you go.
how what do you think about them? So you've done some, right? You're on your
Yeah,
second or third day.
I started Tuesday. So
Tuesday.
our teachers
Tuesday.
are like,
Now, can we say the date? So it's April 2nd today.
I honestly have no clue. It
it's
is
April
Tuesday of this week. And what is the date
Tuesday this
today?
week, and today is
March
Thursday, I believe.
31st.
So
Is
yeah,
this
it started March
April, like
31st. It's April
okay,
2nd.
yes, that's right,
Yeah.
actually, yeah. Okay. So so teachers are in it with us. This is new for them. They've never done this. Our school set it up during our spring break actually. So
Okay.
we're all getting used to this. So a lot of teachers are kind of struggling, not knowing like
Mhm.
how to do things or when to post assignments, even though it should be the morning. So that was hard to get used to, but most of them are kind of figuring it out. But I feel like online classes are insanely or just significantly easier than actually doing it in school, mainly because you get to stay in the comfort of your own home. You only get the assignments. It's not like a teacher's talking about random stuff for 30 minutes and then you randomly get an assignment at the end. Like, it's mainly just they get to the point. Like, here's an assignment, do this by tomorrow and turn it in. So it's really nice in that regard. Also, for kids that stay up too late and don't get that much sleep usually, this is good for them since there's not a specific time you have to wake up in the day unless you have a
Right.
conference call, which is also random. They'll email you that they're
Random?
doing one,
Mhm.
but it is not like a schedule. Like, hey, we're gonna have this on Wednesday. Like, it's so far I've had one online, not online class, but one video call, and it was the day before a test. So that's
Oh.
the only that's the only experience I have with it.
And
But
would you say this is
overall,
affecting your learning anyhow? Like, are you feeling like you're gonna learn less or learn more?
I feel like it's gonna be beneficial for me because
Beneficial
I
for
get
you?
to so if I'm struggling on something, I get to spend more time on it and focus on it rather than just all right, I'm
Mm.
forgetting this and going to my next class. So I feel like it's gonna be beneficial for me in that regard. And also, once I start working at my desk, I just won't stop till I'm done with everything. Unlike school, where I do all the learning there and then I get home and I've already had that car ride to mentally take a break, where I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, now I'm done for the night. I'm not redoing this again.
So
I've mentally checked out.
what kind of advice would you give other students when
I
completing this online work or dealing with online classes?
I would say first thing is wake up at the same time every morning. That'll get you in the good groove of hey, I need to start work now, and then just don't stop until you're finished, because then you're not going to come back to it, which I know of. That's just how I feel about it.
Yeah.
And also, don't just entirely skip a class because you oh, I don't want to do this. I don't have to be there. I don't care. You shouldn't do that because it's still school. You still have to do it. It's just going to affect your grade. But interesting with Illinois is that there's apparently a rule that you're not allowed to lower a student's grade during e-learning.
Really?
Wow.
But I have not seen that take effect though, because I forgot to do a homework assignment and my grade went down. So I don't know what's up with that. So I might be taking one of my teachers to court, but I'll update you on that topic as soon as
Please do let
that
us
gets
know.
resolved. I will.
That was very insightful. Really, that was super insightful, Spencer or Cash. All right, Ryan, what do you think about online learning? We've been having private conversations about it.
I think it is absolutely horrid.
Yeah, me too.
I
We haven't
actually-
started. We have not started official online learning yet. Just want to put that out there.
Yeah, put that out
But
there. But I get a sense of online learning from these things called AP webinars that they
Oh, yeah.
release daily.
webinar. I think it's webinars. I
Oh,
think
it's
you said it
web.
wrong.
Okay, well, these people say
think-
things wrong all the time. Take
I
for
think you
example,
failed
Martin
grammar
Luther King.
lessons. Martin Luther King said things wrong.
Yeah.
Pronunciation. What would you ever say
Okay.
about them?
Well, anyway, continue on.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
screw that up.
basically these webinars, they have specific times where teachers that teach these specific classes go on live on Zoom and try and teach you the subject that you want to learn to prepare for the AP test and also get you through the rest of the course.
Yeah.
Now, during school, this would be much easier because these AP classes would be split up into different days because of block schedule.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Now
Here
that
we
we
have
have
blocks.
them, now that we have them every single day, it is kind of annoying. I wouldn't say it's hard or impossible or anything like that. It is annoying because sometimes it's just hard to know exactly what you need to know and what
Mhm.
you're just saying, because they have to go fast. They only have a 45-minute window, and it's
Of
just
course.
it's rough. I've started skipping one of the webinars, which is AP US history.
Oh, which is the class we're doing this for.
Yeah.
Kind of something.
Well, see, the whole thing is I'm gonna catch up on it on the weekend because I just feel like it's too much during the week. Sometimes.
Well, what are you doing during the week to keep you busy?
during the week to keep me busy. I usually either take care of the kids or work out and sometimes play video games, but not
It's a
much.
lot.
What video games have you
So
been
who
playing,
would you have
Ryan?
a child with? What's your
I'd
child's
say
name?
Wizard 101.
Wizard 101. I've heard that's a good one.
It is. It's mostly
Also,
for
Ryan.
nostalgic purposes,
Of course.
but
Ryan, before you answer anything else, like what kind of student are you? Or like something like, or like what kind of student are you? I just want to know that. So like
Why
everyone
would
well,
you
can get a
describe
with
yourself
reference.
as a
it
student?
depends. Like with, I'd say I'm
Shit.
a like dedicated student that sometimes gets his work done. Well, I mean, I get my work done all the time.
Oh yeah.
I haven't gotten like a late assignment at all or anything like that. It's just
Have your
things
grades
with
for high school.
things with like projects or they have like a
Due date.
long amount of time to due date
Yeah,
and stuff like
I-
that. That
I
is
feel
hard
that.
to complete.
Mhm.
But like weekly assignments and stuff like that, I can get that done, no problem, no complaints there.
Well, I mean, complaints sometimes.
Well,
Let's
some complaints.
let's keep it real.
Who doesn't have complaints? You know,
Yeah.
we're all students here.
All right. So now it's my
I know.
turn.
I don't
I'm
think J
really
Money's a
sad that
student.
no one's asking me this.
Um,
I think Jay. Wait, Jay Money back?
J Money has returned.
I've been back.
Oh,
Never muted.
okay.
All right, Jay
I'm
Money.
trying to talk, but you guys haven't
I
even
think it is because I forgot to unmute you.
Oh,
My bad.
I was wondering. I thought you were like. I thought you were wasting all your toilet paper. So Jay Money, what do you think about online classes? Has Kiwani started online classes yet?
yes, they have.
And how do you feel about it?
I don't really like them.
Why not?
It's harder for me to learn.
Oh, you
How
say
would
that?
you say it is?
Now, would you
Yeah.
say you're a good student or like a stupid person? Like how do you feel? Like how?
I mean, it's not like a clear
Please stop
line.
talking into like a fishbowl, dude. Just
Yeah,
come on.
can you fix your voice quality, please? For the sake of
Um,
everybody with ears.
I am a horrible student.
Horrible. Now, why do you say you're a horrible student?
When I walk into the class,
Excuse me? Can you say that again? I couldn't hear that.
when I walk into the class,
When you walk into the class.
the teachers have a mental breakdown.
Just when you walk in?
Well, I'll say something. And
What?
I'll say something,
Oh.
and they'll be like, "Really appropriate?" And I'll be like, "Yes, it is."
Oh, of course, as it should be.
We recently made our biology teacher cry.
You what? Okay, I kind of want to hear this. It's unrelated, but I really want to hear this.
She's okay. Hold on. Let me just, so what happened was there was a test that was supposed to be pretty hard,
Mm-hmm.
and she was really trying to push us to be like get prepared for it and
Mhm.
start studying. And all the students were on their phones. And
Students do.
yes, and she cried.
She cried.
This
Oh, I
is
thought this
her.
would be way worse. But like, that's still pretty bad.
Oh no! Well, beforehand we were being disruptive.
Oh, okay.
What kind of disruptive stuff are you guys doing? Like, had to be pretty bad.
Well, the beginning of the class, one side of the class had like we're arguing with her about teenagers and their phones.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. And I don't know. And then, I don't know, she just cried. And they're like, okay, whatever.
Did you guys try to consult her or console her, or like how did you guys handle that situation?
We did not say anything.
Did you put it on World Star?
No.
Okay.
We just kind of sat there awkwardly.
So back to the online class. So you're saying online classes is it making you even worse of a student than you already claimed to be? A little?
Um,
Or it's about the same.
I don't know. Like, it's just, I'm not motivated to do anything.
I feel that.
Mm-hmm.
So to piggyback on what Ryan said, because me and Ryan are in the same boat. So Ryan, are you caught? Would you say you're caught up on all the videos besides
Yeah.
the first one?
I'd say I caught up on all the videos except for today because I kind of woke up late.
Okay, so I would say I have not watched all of the videos. I want to say I'm like 2 or 3 videos behind.
Like for
Started
each
counting today. For each thing, yeah,
class. Oh,
yeah.
are you gonna catch up on the weekend or what's going
Oh,
on?
I don't know. I have not decided yet because honestly, I feel like I'm not learning anything.
Mm,
Like I feel like really the only thing I'm kind of learning stuff in is the April one. And this isn't just to like for this like podcasting. It's like because it's like telling you like stuff that happened in real life.
yeah.
And you're like, oh, that's cool. But like other than that, it's like, I mean, I guess I've learned from the AP Physics one. The AP Physics ones are pretty good, but they're just too long and boring.
Yeah.
I feel unmotivated because I'm in my house. Like I watch the videos on the same TV that I play games on. So I'm just sitting there anxious to like do something with my hands and not just watch something.
Yeah.
For these people that like I've never met and I don't care about.
Yeah. I'd say the same thing, but like the ones that I'm learning from are calculus and physics, and I don't really enjoy Greg Jacobs. I know
Is that the
you
guy with the
do.
pickles?
Yeah, the
I've
guy.
only seen one episode with Greg Jacobs,
Uh,
but I thought
um,
the board thing was pretty cool.
yeah, he's cool, but the other guy I do enjoy. I always
The
love
other guy I
watching his
did enjoy it as
videos.
well.
The experiments he does are great.
I think I
And
skipped over this experiment video because I was like, it's not new
no,
stuff. Was it new?
that was Greg Jacobs that did the
Oh,
experiment video.
dang. Feels bad.
Yeah, it's just because they have totally different approaches.
Mhm.
The Greg Jacobs, he does his experiments live, which makes him take longer and messes up, and it's harder to follow. But with John, it's there's PowerPoints. I know what I need to take notes on, and I know what I need to know, and
Yeah,
it's good. Calculus, the same thing.
that's good. And would you say it's better or worse in like actual learning?
I'd say for AP Physics, I'd say it's better.
Better. Ooh, calling out. Would you like to say who it's better than? No, I'm just kidding. That is a
But
no.
for calculus, I'd much rather have Mr. Henny.
Oh yeah, Mr.
For
Henry is
sure.
a goat.
Yeah, and be in a room where I feel smarter than people that are a grade above me.
Oh, of course, junior gang all the way.
Oh yeah.
These guys don't get. Okay, do we have another question?
Um,
Okay, what have you done? What did you do the first week of the quarantine stuff?
Who's answering first?
Cash, Fulton, you can answer first, and then J Money.
Okay. So me, I played a lot of Xbox because I was thinking like, oh, there's not much.
I was
else
aware
to
of
do.
that. I was with you among many of those ventures.
Also, at the very start of it, I still I was taking it seriously, but like I still wasn't like fully thinking like, oh, this is gonna be such a big deal because I'm like, okay, they're like, so I played soccer once with my friends, but I stayed a good distance away.
Oh, of course, being the goalie, you don't see a lot of action.
Yeah, of course. And I saved every shot, of course, because I'm just
of course, being a good goalie.
Being a good goalie from Bloomington Normal. Also, do we have a sponsor today? Just wondering that.
We're sponsored by.
our sponsor is Raid Shadow Legends.
Oh,
The best MMORPG on the market for mobile games right now. So we'd like.
Is there a code that we can use to get 15% off Raid Shadow Legends?
Yes, the code is
The
Fuck.
code is J
Oh,
Money.
frick. Yeah.
This is a PG-13 podcast. We're allowed 1 F word.
Bruh.
I can.
I didn't hear anything that J Money said. Everything that it just sounded like.
The code,
Also,
I repeat, swag money baller breath.
Swag Money Baller. Okay, so J Money, what did you do the first week of the lockdown, or not lockdown? The like just getting off from school.
Not really anything. I did go out a couple times. Wasn't really treating it that seriously.
Now, where'd you go out? What'd you do?
I would go cruising around with another individual.
What was
Whose
this
name
individual's
is?
name?
Don't worry about it. Actually, it was Casey. It was Casey. Casey Rainer.
I don't know who that. Oh, that's not her name. I hate you. I just want to clarify. J Money did not go on any car rides with my mother. That's untrue.
And we also went to partake in the activity of kicking a ball.
oh,
You played soccer as well?
Yes.
Would you say you played soccer better or worse than Spencer or Cash Fulton?
Probably better.
you
Why do you
play
say
different
this?
positions, Miss Cox. I swear. I'm not bad at soccer.
He is pretty bad.
Do you know he's ginger?
I wasn't
His
made
name-
aware of that before
His
recording.
name is Christian Peterson too. His real name is Christian Peterson.
His name is J Money.
No, you've been told a farce.
Have you guys played a game against each other at all?
Yeah,
We live in different towns.
But
I
we
mean,
have
before
played
that,
each
you know.
other before.
Before, yeah, because Caden was actually
You know
a
what?
trader. and
Unrelated. Next question.
He played.
Unrelated.
He was
Next
playing
question.
soccer
Next
at
question.
a different school called Geneseo, which is like 30 minutes away from Kiwani, because he thought he was too good for us. So then he never scored on me, by the way.
We still did win.
Yeah, but you didn't score on me.
Your team did not score at all.
That's not my doing.
But did you get scored on?
From one of your
one of my
teammates, yes.
teammates. Yes.
When I have no defense, it's hard to not get scored on.
Making excuses.
You are
then.
the defense.
Yeah.
You are indeed the defense.
I am the Senate. Sorry.
Senate? How are you the Senate? How would you say that you're being the Senate?
Okay, so there's this trade deal, and
Just trade deal.
okay. So, and the I didn't watch the movie that closely. Okay, so
I think you're describing the Phantom Menace.
I am describing the Phantom
I think
Menace.
you're
That's where I live.
Right. Okay, what's the next question? I feel like we're getting way off topic here.
Okay.
Which one have we not done?
Next question is: when did you realize that daily life was going to get significantly different? Spencer.
Probably.
I said Spencer.
It's my turn. I get to talk on the last question, so I get to talk now.
Okay.
Who the heck
Rainer.
who's Spencer?
Oh,
Swell fella.
Cash Fulton.
Cash Fulton.
So when did I realize daily life? I mean, I thought it was gonna get different when it was first in China and it was a big deal, because I figured stuff like consumer goods would cost more because we have a high reliance on the Chinese. That's when I thought it was gonna be like a big deal, and it only got worse from there.
Yeah.
It was very scary.
I'd say mine was when I was in Arizona. And
Oh yeah, you went to Arizona even
Yeah.
after we canceled school because of the.
I actually wanted. What? What did you just say?
You went to Arizona. No, yeah, it was after we canceled school, wasn't it?
No, they canceled school while I was in Arizona.
Oh, while you were in Arizona, okay.
Yeah. Because like the whole thing is, my uncle was the one that wanted to go. I was protesting not to go because of this virus that has been going on, and also my Nina was protesting not to go as well. But he decided to go, and me and him went on a road trip to Arizona to watch baseball. And once we got there, all of it was canceled. MLB seasons, everything canceled. So we had to stay there for a bit, and that's when they announced that the schools would be shutting down for 3 weeks now until fall. But yeah, when I realized things would be different was when all the MLB games were shut down, because I
Oh,
know
of course,
it was
of
affecting
course.
something like that huge.
Can you fix your you're starting to get softer? You
Uh,
talk louder, please.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
something that huge was being canceled that like makes that much money. Obviously,
Yeah.
other
Of
things would
course.
be shutting
Big
down
thing.
fast.
It's like that's another one of the people's complaints also is like sports getting shut down because like when you're at home, it's like
Mhm.
a lot of people, they partake in the sports.
Most people and a lot of people make money off of sports.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm. Like gambling. People
Yes,
gamble on
that is
sports all the
exactly
time.
what I implied.
I was not implying. I was
I
not
was
thinking
I
that, but
was
that is also.
implying
It's like gambling.
Can you not imply things here? Can we be an honest and truthful podcast?
Well, because I was gonna make a reference to a movie, but I didn't know if everyone would
Mhm.
A
gotten that
gambling?
reference.
You mean Space Jam?
No, I mean Silver Linings.
Oh, you mean Space Jam?
No.
I love
Hey
Space
guys,
Jam.
I have a quick question for you guys. What question are we on right now?
It
Just
doesn't
want to see where
matter.
we're at.
Just
Okay, I just wanted to know like what's like the biggest change that you've had to go through in your life right now,
Puberty.
or like not.
yeah, that too. I choose Ryan's answer.
Ryan, what happened during puberty?
Let's not discuss that right now.
So my voice got deeper, and then girls started to scare me.
Um,
Or
can
is it
you
the
repeat
other
your
way
question?
around? So what's the biggest change that you've had to go through during this pandemic?
Um,
Puberty.
I don't. I guess
Ryan's life has not changed. He still goes and does stuff. He's just lying.
actually I don't go and do stuff. I do.
Ryan, I heard you hang out with your girlfriend way too much.
Yes, I
Is this
was
true?
about to get into that. Actually
How come this
have
hasn't been mentioned yet?
spent time with my girlfriend almost daily.
How old is she? I heard she's like 13.
No, she's actually 16. Um, but
Allegedly.
Still underage. Still underage. Might I add.
Wait, so you still hang out with your girlfriend?
not anymore.
Oh,
Oh, did you
Yeah,
guys break up?
Uh-huh.
no.
do you
Anyway,
know?
why not? Why not?
That is because my grandma is paranoid.
Uh-huh.
So
As
you're
she should
blaming
be.
this on your sweet old grandmother.
Yes, I did not want to give her a heart attack or anything like that.
Why would she die from a heart attack and not the coronavirus?
Well, because she already had coronavirus and it's good now. She's immune.
Is this a farce? Are you farcing us right now?
I am farcing you, actually.
10% of people who get coronavirus get it back again. I heard.
What'd you say, Katie?
What'd you say, J Money?
Is your grandma a teenage mutant ninja turtle?
No. Okay. Chris, would you like to answer the question?
What was the question? Oh no, my grandma's not a teenage mutant ninja turtle either.
No. What's the biggest change in your life?
How can you prove that?
She doesn't live in New York. Is one of the top things, and
Don't you say cowabunga though.
no, she does not.
The biggest change in my life, besides learning my grandma's a teenage mutant ninja turtle, is probably just staying inside. Quite honestly, like not going to school. Because other than that, it's not like anything traumatic has happened to me through this.
Yeah.
It's just like not like which obviously everyone's like school sucks, but then like once we can't go there, it's terrible, god awful.
Well, I'm happy with it. I don't care.
Jim, I thought you were stuck in a penitentiary. You weren't going to go to school anyways.
I thought we dropped the J Money Act a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give it the time, Cash Fulton.
Yeah.
What?
Huh?
You're out of style, brother.
Excuse me? Sorry, what was the question? It was not. I couldn't hear you.
You asked the question. Wait, what?
I forgot the question.
What's
So
the
how?
biggest
What's the
change
biggest
during
impact?
this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one. Okay. I think it's honestly like all my sports getting canceled because I had a lineup of tournaments through
Of
April
course,
and
student athletes.
through
You
April
can't
and
stop the
May.
grind.
I don't. The May ones I think are still on, but the April ones are all canceled. And since I'm trying to play college soccer, that's gonna be like a big problem for me because I have to like. That's a bunch of like showcases that coaches aren't gonna go to, and
Oh,
I
of
can't
course.
like put myself out there, you know. So it's kind of a struggle, but I think overall everything's gonna be all right
Yeah.
because I think they're gonna be accepting of, hey, this is a big thing that's going on. We kind of got to like adapt to this.
Yeah.
Mm.
But you're
Also,
still a
I've been
junior,
playing.
right?
Yeah, I've been also Animal Crossing New Horizons has helped me a lot through this. I've had it for about I think
Less than
24 hours at this
hours.
point.
Oh,
No,
probably,
it's
probably
24
like
hours at this point.
more like 26.
Also, Smash Bros. I've been playing that right now, and it's really just helping me through this.
Do you have Doom Eternal?
I do not. I played Doom 2016.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Okay.
I'm not sinful. Yes,
Hey.
Caden?
Fulton, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather give up your family or cheese balls?
Oh, that's a hard one. Oh, shoot, man. Because on one hand, my family like they cook me food, they supply this house,
I thought you cooked your
shelter,
own
water.
food.
They supply the money for to get the food. They are my primary source of income because I do not have a job and I'm focusing on school right now.
Why don't you have a
Sports.
job? Oh, because okay.
Okay, so, and my mom doesn't really want me to because she wants me to help stuff with around the house. All right, but
So
Do you
would
help
you say
enough?
you're a mama's boy?
but on the other hand, cheese balls, they're crunchy,
How crunchy?
cheesy.
Yeah,
They
you
are
should-
they're in a cool shape. They can roll.
They can do what? Excuse me?
They
They
can
can
they
roll?
can roll. They can roll. And I like that mainly because I can put them like if they're small enough, I can fit, or if the straw is big enough, I can fit in a straw and like shoot it out.
I don't
Like
think any
my
cheese balls
my
can fit
victims.
in. I think
Yeah.
you are lost
You
at
have
what a
not
cheese
seen
ball
my
is.
straw.
This guy
cheese
is
balls.
not. I repeat, this guy is not a cheese ball fan. No.
Okay. Another question that we have to ask for you guys is: do you know anyone who thinks the U.S. or the world is overreacting?
Old people on Twitter.
Old people on
Found like
Twitter
most of them
use
have.
Twitter.
Okay, yes, and most of them also. I don't want to make any assumptions here, but a lot of them tend to have a MAGA hat, which that's
A
their
MAGA
right.
hat.
Of course they would. Why wouldn't you support our president? So, I just want to draw that conclusion there.
I say that.
But I would say that like it's just a lot of people that like aren't well like educated in the world. They just aren't the most intelligent people. So they like, they're just everyone's overreacting to this. This isn't like a thing that could harm me. And they also have at least 4 Harley Davidson's motorcycles. I found
Harley Davidson motorcycles are cool. I don't see the correlation you're making between
They are cool,
I-
but when they're in pairs of 4, I do not like them.
pairs of 4.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's not fair. It doesn't make any sense. But
It does make sense. Pairs of
so do we
4.
feel like? So wait, what was the question again?
It's: do you know anyone who thinks the U.S. or the world is overreacting?
Okay, so Spencer didn't answer the question, but we love you for it.
He said old people.
I did say that.
Old people on Twitter. That's what he said.
That is true. Shut up.
I
Anyway,
would say
overreacting.
teenagers think that everyone is.
I feel like, yeah. Oh,
Because
they think that.
I go to
overreacting.
Instagram.
Oh yeah.
What would you say, Kaden?
I disagree with that.
I don't, because when I go to, I mean, some people, huh?
Okay, so all the theater kids in my school keep reminding me to stay insane.
Well, theater kids have been known to be weird.
I thank them every day for reminding me.
They have seen that. I have seen that. I did make a parody
Mm-hmm.
post of that. I've been told it's
How many
very
views
funny.
did I get, Chris?
Been told I'm a very funny guy.
Well, you know what? I don't really think so.
But I've been told that is the whole thing about that. So
Okay, I'm gonna. Okay,
I
so
think anyone's.
My sister was also told she was not adopted, but
the teenagers on Instagram.
people lie.
She was. I can't confirm she was adopted from Taiwan.
She was.
So she is more. She has a bigger immunity to this. I think. I don't know if that's
See. I
true or
don't
not.
think you want to say that. I don't think you should say that. I think.
It's my
Yeah,
sister.
okay.
I can say
That was a joke.
You can't say that.
that. She's a. Anyways,
Hey,
moving on.
Do we?
Okay, as I was saying, teenagers, because on Instagram comment sections, I've seen many people saying, "I don't care. The government can't tell me what to do. I'm gonna go outside."
That is true. The government shouldn't tell you what to do, but out of the kindness of their own heart, and just the general not being an idiot, they should just stay inside.
They should.
This is like the one time the government has been right about anything. The one time, and that's the time everyone chooses not to listen.
And slavery, they've been right about slavery.
And when they abolished it, that's when they were right about
Yeah,
it.
that is what I meant to say.
That's what you. Oh, okay.
I didn't mean they were right about slavery.
Okay, I was confused. I thought you were going
Oh.
for the. Yeah, of course. I know you're a better person.
No,
than
I
that.
love black people. I have black friends.
Oh, of course. Can you name one of them?
Not right
Well,
now.
we do have Jay Money in the podcast, Tom.
We do have J Money in the podcast.
It's gone downhill.
Don't say the N-word.
Okay. Last question before we close off our podcast. Can you guys compare this pandemic to at least one other historical event?
The Black Plague.
I was going to say that. I was going to say the swine flu because I did have the swine flu as a child.
You
and I
had the
survived
swine
it.
flu?
I did have the swine flu.
I didn't know we had a swine flu survivor here. That actually changes the whole element of the podcast. That is actually amazing.
So I've lived through
Share
one
your
pandemic.
story with us.
Okay, so my mom told me I had it, and then I'm like, oh, I remember one time I was really sick, and I was
So
like,
you don't remember having it. Never mind.
I do.
Next
I
question.
remember being.
Let's go on to the question. All right, historical events. Now, why is it like the Black Plague, J Money?
You know,
No, that's why I'm asking you. I don't know.
Rats and stuff.
Rats and stuff.
Tekashi 6ix9ine did just get out of jail.
Tekashi, I don't know who that is. Can you inform us who that is?
Tekashi 6ix9ine was a popular rapper from the Brooklyn, New York. He got
From the
popular
Brooklyn,
off
New
of
York? Of course.
Brook.
Continue. Don't let me stop you. Okay. Am I?
No.
Okay, I thought I was experiencing connectivity issues.
No, I muted him. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. So to help Kaden out here with the Black Plague,
J Money.
J Money. I'd say that just like the Black Plague, many people are coming up with remedies and so-called cures or to like prevent the virus that are in fact true. A famous app that these things have been falsely spread on is WhatsApp. I've heard of many people saying things that are misleading and stuff like that, like putting soap at every corner in your house or drinking salt water, chugging down
think it's how you
salt
keep
water.
out demons.
No, that's also that. But yeah, there's that, and just like with the bubonic plague, there was a thing like bloodletting and stuff like that.
Yeah, like the plague doctor stuff.
Yeah.
Do you think we should have plague doctors come back?
No.
No.
I think Minecraft made a comeback. I think bubonic plague doctors.
Because I just think that is why most of the deaths happened, other than
because of the doctor. I think the bubonic plague doctors look really cool, and I think they should make a comeback.
They were really cool. We should have costumes, but not have them officially rise up.
And apparently, I've heard that was effective too, keeping out the plague.
I heard they are just people in costumes. So essentially, by bringing back the costume, you're also bringing back the practice.
But they were also doctors. All right.
They were doctors.
They tried very hard.
I think the outfit is really cool.
I would compare this plague to 9/11.
9/11.
The reason why I would compare this plague to 9/11 is because of the mass panic, and also the xenophobia going around based off the thing based off the events occurring, just like in 9/11, how Muslim
Mhm.
people were targeted because of
Mhm.
um, yeah.
You
But
think Muslim people
Yeah.
being targeted is boring?
no,
Excuse
I
me.
was saying that. Just like how now Chinese people, or actually most Asians that aren't even Chinese, are being
Mhm.
targeted. Um,
Right.
just because
Mhm.
the way they look, and people are like, oh, you carry the coronavirus just because you have just because you were born that way, you know.
Right. Like before all this, before we canceled school, I had to do an assignment on a kid in Los Angeles getting like attacked because
Mhm.
people were like mad at him.
Yeah. And
People are
also
just
there's
stupid.
been an increase in gun sales because these people are trying to protect themselves against these racist acts, so
Huh.
which is quite interesting because I've
That is
seen many interviews of people saying that they wanted to buy guns so they could protect themselves and their families from.
Mhm.
well, of course, yeah, because a lot of reports that are coming out from cities from like police offices are that, and they shouldn't be reporting this because it's stupid to report it, but that they're not going to be responding to calls for certain crimes.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
so it's like in times like these, like when the government tells you that they're not going to protect you, you know, you got to protect yourself.
Also, Ryan, I want. Do you know like any Asian people that are being targeted because of this, or like is there anyone that could be like Asian? Not could be Asian. Could be
That could be
targeted because
Asian.
of their
I know
race
some
that you
people
know?
that could be.
Yeah, I know some people that could be targeted.
Okay,
Okay.
shut up.
I
Give the
have two
question.
friends that
Oh yeah.
are three
Well,
friends.
one
Only two.
friend. I have one friend and one person. Uh,
Mhm.
Genevo and V. Genevo is the friend. I'm just kidding.
V, what's V's last name?
Like Wen or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Say linguini.
And also Carl and Pasquale.
Oh, Pascual. I thought he was Filipino. Is that?
That's Asian.
Is it? I thought it was just. I
You.
thought it was different. I honestly do not know.
Okay.
It's a
Uh,
learning experience.
yeah, you know it
I'm
is.
just learning
Yeah,
things.
you're
Why are you
learning.
laughing at my learning?
Okay. Anyways, for me personally, I have an Asian sister and girlfriend that both can be targeted because of this, and
You
I'm
have a
kind of so.
girlfriend.
You have
I
a
do have
sister
a
that's your
complete.
girlfriend? Excuse me?
No, my sister is Taiwanese and my girlfriend is Vietnamese.
Oh, okay.
Vietnam. What's that like? Communist.
Vietnam.
Oh,
What's
you're
that?
thinking of the wrong side.
Uh,
I'm not. She's not from the Viet Cong.
so she's from
Not
South.
from. Okay,
Yes,
Nice.
I did not think.
Caden, I mean Spencer, do you actually
You
know?
think
What
the U.S.
about you, Chris?
wins?
What historical event would you compare this to?
I was gonna say 9/11 too. You kind of stole my thunder there, so
Oh,
no comment.
well, you had no
I'm,
thunder to begin with, so there was nothing to steal. I just said my piece, and you decided to latch on to that.
well, of course I did, because there was I privately speak about this. We privately
Did
spoke
you?
about it. Sorry,
Did you?
we did, and I said 9/11, and you said, "Oh, Chris, that's a great idea. I'll surely give you that. I sure
Actually,
give you that.
no, I never said it was a great idea,
I
nor
have the
did you.
receipts. I
Let
have
me
the
see them.
receipts.
Let me see the receipts, the
Well, they're
screenshots.
in my wallet.
Oh, okay. Well, do you have any other historical events that you want to?
Well, I mean, a lot of people are comparing it to Spanish flu because that just happened a few years ago, about 100 years
So,
ago.
do you hate the Spanish?
Do you know the Spanish
No,
flu actually didn't come from Spain? It was just because no other country wanted to like say they had like a new form of a virus, and Spain was the first one to say it. So they're just like, all right, Spanish flu, yeah, came from
is that
Spain.
true?
This is true. I heard it on Twitter.
Well, we'll have our researchers
Oh,
fact check
guys,
that.
I just sneezed. I think this is the end for me.
Oh,
Um,
okay. We're ending the podcast now. One of our hosts has the coronavirus. We'll see you
unconfirmed.
guys later.
Are we not actually?
Download,
Do we have any?
download
Do we have
Raid
anything
Shadow
else
Legends.
to
Use
talk about?
code swag money,
Uh,
whatever it is.
unless you have anything else to talk about.
Hologram.
Did we get through all the questions? Really?
I thought we already did.
Let me look. Did you do anything in the first days that you now think is unwise?
Oh yeah, I forgot
Uh,
about that.
for me, is play soccer. I probably shouldn't have done that, but I had a good experience before I had to go on lockdown, so I don't regret it. But I don't think it was a good decision.
Okay, Ryan,
Go to Arizona.
go to that is facts.
Yeah, that is quite because right when we were about to leave, they were gonna start closing borders and stuff like that. So
J Money, did you do anything that you thought was irresponsible during your first few days?
J Money has no regrets.
J Money has no regrets.
Chris, what about you?
What about me? Well, this is not like a directly related to coronavirus, but like I did play a lot of video games. I still am playing a lot of video games. But like in the first couple of days, right, staring at a screen all day gives you eye strain. And my eyes hurt a lot.
You have
And do I
weak
have any
eyes?
other regrets? I do have my eyes. I do not require glasses, so I would say my eyes are quite strong.
But if I poke them, would they bubble up? Would they just like pop? You have weak eyes?
Probably. I mean, that happens to most eyes.
Not if they're strong.
Did I do anything else that was unwise? I ate an apple with like the black part, or not an apple. I ate a banana with the black part on it because I was just too lazy to avoid it. It's kind of gross, quite honestly.
You-
How do you peel your
duck?
bananas?
How do I do what?
How do you peel your bananas?
I take the peel off.
Okay.
How else would I peel the
From the
banana?
top or the bottom?
Excuse me?
That is real. That is relative.
The top or
The
the
top.
bottom? With this,
How am I supposed to get the peel off from the bottom? How does that work?
Some
the
people
bottom.
do it, and they think that
I
it's
do-
okay.
It is okay. That's how you're
You
supposed to
think
do
it's
it. That's what
okay?
No,
monkeys
it's
do. You
not.
pinch. Yes, you do. It's easier. You pinch the bottom. You get
It's
the
not
gross bottom
easier.
part off, and you get to eat it.
Hundreds
Time
of
out,
years of
time out,
evolutions has made the difference between man and monkey. All right? We're better than them. That's why we peel our bananas that way.
Does anyone
can learn from
know
anyone.
J Money eats their banana?
J Money, how do you eat your
You eat the banana out your money.
I eat the banana with the cocoon on. I don't wait for nothing.
J Money? Why do you eat the banana with the cocoon on?
Because I don't want to litter, and because I don't want to aid in the global warming thing.
How do banana peels aid in global warming? Can you elaborate on that?
The heat from the skin
Heat from the
goes
skin.
on, and the sun doesn't absorb the heat, so it kind of just stays in the atmosphere, making it warmer,
Oh,
He's a
okay.
man.
causing
I've never
our
met a
ice
man of
caps
science.
and our polar bears to die.
Oh, okay. That's actually a valid answer. I really.
So
Now, Ryan,
eat
how do you eat? How do you eat your bananas?
I get it from the top.
Okay.
And then I chew it.
Now, how many bites
Would
would
you
you say?
Would
how many
you say
bites-
that you gave a
Hey,
banana
Spencer,
top?
I'm talking. How many bites would you say that it takes for you to eat a banana?
About 4.
Really?
Well, it depends on how. Like, if I'm in a rush, it's definitely 4. If I'm not, it's like more, I guess.
Could you say you
Do
could
you bite
fit a whole banana in your mouth? If you really,
I say I
want to.
could fit about 3/4 of a banana in my mouth.
So we have a quitter here.
Well, I've never wanted to go too far,
I mean, you
Yeah,
put it in
don't show.
sideways.
Oh,
Fun
yeah,
fact
you're right.
about J Money.
Huh?
J
What, J
Money
Money?
Fun fact.
J Money eats his
actually-
bananas from the heck inside, dude.
No, I don't. I actually
I
don't
bet you eat it.
take any bites at all.
Oh,
I unhinge my jaw like a snake. No bite.
okay, do we have any other questions that would like to be asked before we close off the pod?
Yeah,
Okay,
King, what the hell is wrong with you tonight?
I got a question. Did the United States win the Vietnam War?
Did they win?
Yeah.
No,
You-
but
you
they
said-
didn't lose.
Yeah.
We didn't lose.
Technically, it wasn't a war. If you want to talk about that, like we want to go technicalities,
No,
technically it wasn't a war.
I think we lost. We failed the objective. So we lost.
Well, that can also be argued because the objective in the Vietnam War was to stop the spread of communism.
And
And
we
West,
although
when we left,
we didn't, Vietnam became communist when we left, but other
Right.
nations probably didn't because of our intervention.
but the Vietnam still did.
Yeah,
Vietnam
but
still
they
did.
became communists while we weren't there. So did we technically fail?
Yeah, because we left and we didn't
No,
stop.
we
the
left
spread.
while they were still not communists. So
And
I'd say-
another reason is that they didn't. Okay, so you can say that they beat us, but one of the reasons we withdrew was because of lack
But
of
we didn't
support
beat
from the
Germany.
American front.
because of hippies,
Guys,
basically.
It was a pointless
I
war.
have a question.
We had
Should we
mass
just end
cultural
the
changes.
Should we end the podcast before this devolves into talks about Vietnam, or should we
Yes.
keep
Yeah,
this
this
going?
was
Yeah.
not very important. Okay, do we have any more questions about coronavirus?
Yeah.
No.
What was I gonna ask? It was like,
If you get sick, what are you gonna do?
I think I'm
Probably
just
stay
gonna
home.
give up.
flip
Just gonna
off
give
my
up.
roof and land on my neck.
Say that one more time.
I'm
I,
gonna
I,
backflip
I would
off my
advise you not to say that one
yeah,
more
please do
time.
not. Please say that no more times.
Okay, you
ever
were
again.
muted. Now you were unmuted.
My bad. Sorry.
Okay.
I will wrap myself in a blanket
Okay. Good job.
and I will stay away from my family.
Okay.
All right. I don't
Honestly,
think
if I'm going down, I'm trying to take as many people with me. So I'm
It's-
starting
That is
going door to door.
irresponsible.
it's
Door to door.
irresponsible.
I
It's
got
like a door to door cough sales.
There has been rumor that my mother has the coronavirus.
Does your mother have the coronavirus? Is this? Can
It
you
is either
confirm?
coronavirus or stomach flu. So
Well, is she
Excuse-
pooping or is she coughing?
Does her
Which one is
tummy hurt or is she dying?
she's vomiting.
I don't think vomiting is a sign of the coronavirus. is it?
Exactly. That is why I said that my grandma was paranoid.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she has every right to be your
permission to
poor
leave the
grandmother.
podcast.
J Money, we couldn't hear you that well. Can you say that again, J Money?
I have permission to leave the podcast because J
Yes.
Money is tired.
We're gonna end it right now. Chris, would
Yeah.
you like to end it?
I mean, I started it, so might as well end it since you're lazy. All right. Well, thank you for tuning into our. I said turning in, but I meant to say thank you for tuning into our first podcast. This was a train wreck. Hopefully, this never gets aired. No one has to listen to this.
It will.
Oh boy. Well, thank you if you made it all this way. Thank you very much for tuning in, Miss Cox. Kind of had to, so like, thank you still for enduring it. Please give us a good grade. We tried really hard.
Can I shout out some of my socials for the people listening? 'Cause
No.
I've been on your podcast.
No.
Okay.
Thank you,
so
Spencer Fulton,
I-
for joining us. Thank you, Caden Peterson, also known as J Money, for joining us. I think we're done.
Yes. Thank you guys,
All right.
and
Thank you. You've been a wonderful crowd. Thank you.
thank you guys for joining. And
Send
goodbye.
money